Lord Willius, we are his hangouts. Lord Willius with his hangouts.
I'm hanging out with, again, one of the most influential artists. His name is Kosta, and his band is called the Fortune Tellers. Now, if nobody knows about you, where have you been for the last 6 months? Because they're getting gigs around London and everywhere else. I'm joined by Kosta, the lead singer, who I actually stated in my last interview with you, Kosta, you sound like Bernie Sumner.
Yeah, a little bit that, and you said a little bit of Joy Division, didn't you, as well, Mark?
Yeah. So please, just give an update of what your band is and tell everybody who you're all about.
We're a sort of indie alternative band from the Crawley, Horsham area. A couple of members from South Horsham. We've had a couple of changes to our lineup, but we've got a new drummer now and a lead guitarist at the beginning of the year. So it took a bit of time to get some songs going again, but we've got some new songs out now. And I think there's going to be there could be a song every month now coming. So we've got plenty to, you'll be listening to plenty of us in the next few months. So,
but you've been around to festivals, and the one thing is, I like this. The first time we had the chat, just for an update for everybody, I gave you some advice. Did you take that advice on board?
Hopefully, yeah. I think to be your own, do your own thing, be your own, do your own sound, and to not hold back, really. I guess was that part of it, Mark?
Yes, exactly. And did you get more bookings after my advice?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and it's nice. We got us a couple of London gigs now. We played the Dublin Castle in Camden last week, so it's the second time we played there. We played there in May as well, and that's a lot of famous bands have played there. So it's nice to do something like that. And we got another one in London next year in February at the Water Rats, where Oasis have played, and Dublin Castle, everyone's played there, like Madness and Oasis, Blur, Arctic Monkeys. So that's a really nice place to play. It just gives you confidence. You think you belong here. You feel like you belong in these sort of places. So I didn't feel like overawed by it, really.
But give the guy, the owner of the pub, right, the club, a big shout out, because these guys bring in unsigned artists. Where can they go and see you?
Yeah, I mean, do you mean online? Well, online we've got a YouTube channel, Kosta and the Fortune Tellers. We've got we're on Kosta music page on Facebook. Anyone can contact us. It'll have details on there, and for any bookings and gigs, we've got plenty coming up the rest of the year. But next year certainly we could do some more gigs and that. But I think we're going to be all right. But if anyone wants to book us, we can we'll definitely do. We always mix it up. If we're doing longer gigs, we'll do some covers as well. But anything like 40 minutes, we'll probably just do originals. But we'll try and we want to entertain the crowd, but we want to play our own music as well and kind of things we love. And we know there's an audience out there for it as well. We've seen it, so it's just finding them.
So let's go back again on the track. When I first spoke to you, and we had a conversation offline, and I gave you some advice. And that advice, did you take it on board?
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully, I mean, definitely, it's nice to be, especially you guys at the Radio 1 Hut Music have really given us a lot of support. So it means a lot. To those people out there supporting us and trying to spread our music. It's quite a big market, and I mean there's a lot of bands out there, but we feel like we've got our own kind of little style, we don't know what exactly we call it.
I think you can't pigeonhole you. I just think that you hold yourself in your own little genre.
Yeah.
In your own little genre. Excuse me. And you hold yourself. But when we first spoke, I said, look, you need to do this, 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 and this. And you've carried it out. Now, over the last 7 months, I've watched you grow from a small town band to being magnificent. And I've seen your YouTube list, and I've seen it grow.
Yeah. No, it's nice. It's nice to.
So, if you think about it, radio is the most important thing when people give you airplay or whatever, but it's up to the band and how they put themselves over to from the artist to the radio station, etc., etc. And we've hung out many a time, we've had chats, etc. And I always feel comfortable talking with you. And one thing I'm going to say is your band is going to be magnificent in 2023. Now, I would say to you, as an artist, continue doing what you're doing, because you've got new songs coming out and you've got an album coming out pretty soon. I'm in my left ear. Tell everybody about this new song.
Oh yeah, it's called "Come Back for a Second Reading." It's got a kind of slightly Eastern or even like Arabic feel.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, and so we did a video to sort of match it. It's almost like a little bit of a Hollywood theme in there as well, about her kind of dodgy movie producer.
and I just thought it was like a kickback at management and who
maybe a little bit,
who could take over an artist and
control their lives.
Control their lives and take that. It's the same thing as like George Michael did, basically, like when he was signed to Sony and they tried to take him to go. Was it Sony? Yeah, I think it was Sony. I'm not sure. Somebody's going to tell me it's completely different. I'm not sure. But he went underground. But you've done the right thing with nudging. Hey, listen, if you're an artist, get a good manager, get a good... And I'm not sure, but this, now I am sure. Does that make sense?
Yeah, what you mean of the song and all just those?
Yeah.
The good thing about it is kind of an unusual alternative song, but it's got kind of quite upbeat as well. It seems to get people going at gigs, which you think, it doesn't seem like a very commercial song, but it's kind of like got a bit of both, really. A bit, not commercial, but kind of can get people going as well. Almost like a Painted Black sort of style song, really. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. But what's going to happen to you in 2023? Where are you going?
Well, hopefully just more exposure, more gigs, especially to play more gigs in London and Brighton and to get noticed and kind of, that would be great.
What artists? What artists would you like to be with?
Well, we played with the Heavy Norfolk, quite a well-known Liverpool band in like last week in Camden and Dublin Castle. If there's any, I don't know. It'd be great to try and get some, if there was any really big bands, but there's a lot of bands out there trying to get those support slots. But I guess there's always
they need to contact you. They need to contact you, my friend. And where can they contact you again if they want that support? Please tell the audience.
Yeah, just Kosta D music page on Facebook, and I think my email details are on there, my phone number's on there, so just they can contact us that way.
And also YouTube. YouTube is more important as well.
Comment. It's all on there, Kosta D and the Fortune Tellers. We've got 25 videos on there now. So, and we'll keep adding to it. There'll be more coming definitely next year, and we've got a couple more this year actually to put out for the Christmas. So, yeah, there's a lot more coming. There's another song called Movie Star, Little Movie Star, by my other guy in the band called Jambo, who also writes a few songs. So, and it's a good little tune. And we've got another one called Trainee Barrister. It's almost like about a woman in a coffee shop. So like barista, really.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's got some good lyrics. It's got some quite amusing lyrics.
It's looking good for you, and that's what I'm proud of you of. You're looking good. You're going forward, and there's no handbrake now.
And also I think our recording got a little bit better as well. We've got this new guy, Smiley Barnard, who's played in The Alarm, and the Mock Turtles is a drummer who's recorded.
Do you know, I love The Alarm.
Yeah,
The
I know,
Alarm.
it's pretty cool. I know, it's nice to meet him, and I think he just nailed the song in one track because he's such a professional drummer. He just got the song straight away.
Does he come from Rill?
I'm not sure where he's from actually. No, I don't think he's more just around our way, like sort of London. But I don't know how long he's in The Alarm for. But I'm not sure how long he was in there for, but he was definitely, he said he'd been there around the Mock Turtles, so that's quite impressive.
Mock Turtles were brilliant at the time in the 90s, but they're brilliant.
Can You Dig It? Can You Dig It? That was a kind of a big hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, Can You Dig It? Yeah. Sadly, one of my favourite, one of my inspirations, and also I was a runner with him many years ago. Steve Allen, the DJ, passed away last week of cancer. Are you willing to do a benefit gig for cancer anytime?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Do you have any? Let us know the dates. Do you is it like an online gig, or do you want us to
just do an online gig? We can do the mixing from our side. If you do a live show, and we can do it for cancer research, because Stu was a great guy, and Stu was one of an influential mixer to any bedroom DJ. Does that make sense?
That's an important role to play.
Yeah. So, moving on very quickly, tell everybody about this new song. Where can they get this song? And it's on Spotify, but it's also on lots of other platforms like Deezer, Amazon, iTunes. It's all on there, and but it's also on our YouTube channel, and there's a good video with it. So it's just been posted last week. It's doing really well. It's had a lot of views, and good reactions. So it gives you real encouragement. With what's going on in the industry, with what's going on in the with the world at the moment, especially in the UK, we need that uplift, because it's a clown in charge at the moment, and the circus of the backbenchers, etc. I understand what you're saying. I don't want to get into politics.
You need live music.
Yeah, I don't want to get into politics on this podcast, but it's an honour to hang around with you, and I love you more than I did yesterday, as I always finish my podcast. And please keep in touch with us, and we'll get that sorted. We'll do a live gig with you guys.
Definitely. If we book a rehearsal room in December where we jam anyway, we can just, like I said, we can do an hour. Put aside an hour, we'll play live for you, and we'll just do
and we'll just put on Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch, and we'll do a live show, and people can just add money to cancer research, etc., etc. That'll be good. And again, I applaud you. And
thanks, Mark.
And I also salute you, because you're amazing. Because when we first spoke, it was like you didn't know where you were going, but now you know. Does that make sense? You've got your journey.
Definitely more clearer, more confident, and we've got a new lineup as well. There's more enthusiasm in the new guys playing, and it's kind of we're just all excited to get out there and play. We'll play anywhere. That's the thing. There's no restrictions now. We want to play places, you know, get out to London and do things. And we think we're good enough. So,
and if leave it on the last note, where they can book you, where can they find you? Go on.
Yeah, just Kosta D music page. That's with a K, Kosta space D music page. I'm on, and just message me. And yeah, if you wanted to book us or any kind of events or gigs, we'll be up for it. And we look forward to hearing from them.
And I think anybody would be impressed to book you.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, like you said, we'll try and mix it up as well. But we like to put our originals in. We think they're good enough. We don't even think of them now as like originals or covers anymore. It's a good set, and we think our originals are stronger than some of the covers we played. So that's what kind of gets us going with.
But I think there's more people that dance to your music than anything else if you put a jukebox on.
Yeah, there are some songs like Alluring. Do you remember Alluring? That gets people going.
Yeah.
There's some, even Seaside Town, it's not really a dancing song, but people get into it, you know, they're absorbed by it. So it's, you know, people just, I don't know, hopefully it's a distinctive sound, isn't it?
You know this. Seaside Town is one of my favourites, and it's always been one of my favourites.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely our most popular song. It's had 6,000 views now on YouTube, so it's just people out there, you know. We've never like bought views, you know. Some bands go and buy, if you pay this guy, he'll get you 10 from. We think, what's the point of that?
Yeah, exactly.
It's just artificial, isn't it? We'd rather just, you know, put the music and see how many people actually, you know, listen. So,
final word to your fans.
Yep. Just hope to be playing more in London next year in Brighton, and come down and see us. We're playing in Brighton in November as well, November 19th, Prince Albert. So that's a good pub for music. So we hope to see lots of people there and get into our sound, definitely. If you like indie music, you'll like us.
I cannot complain about that. Thank you for hanging out with us, Kosta. And I know it's a busy day for you. And
thanks a lot, Mark. It's been really nice.
And I'm glad that you're doing absolutely amazing, and you're taking aboard what we've said here. We'll catch up very, very soon.
Yep. Okay. Thanks a lot, Mark. Speak soon.